for her was she and I created together what she was going to do. We tried to go to a very elemental diet. Let's just get really simple. Let's not add in anything that needs to be digested by your digestive tract. Let's add in some gastric support, and let's really try to use immune support nutraceuticals with peptides to stimulate T and B cell lines so that you can feel better. And we also gave her some adrenal support initially. Over time, it was improving. She was increasing. 1 month improved quite a bit. She thought it was from getting rid of garbanzo, flaxseed, blah, blah, blah. I'm not sure that's true. I mean, I think that those are probably helpful because she was eating it regularly throughout the day, thought it was going to heal her GI tract in the setting of the colitis, but the reality is she really needed to simplify the work that her GI tract had to do. So her energy was improving. 2 months follow-up, she was back to Asacol PRN. Her energy was dramatically improved. This is what she said the minute she walked into my office. I'm so grateful I think my husband talked about it. I feel so much better. Not for yourself. This is an unbelievable case to me. You don't have to believe it, but at least seeing it and kind of thinking, okay, it's not about eliminating everything on that list. It's about working with the patient. I was fortunate to have a very informed patient and kind of coming up with a plan and really simplifying things through elemental diet and gradually building and using wonderful products out there that can support the immune system, the T cells, the B cells. So that was another good case. I've got to stop soon. So I'm just going to quickly, this is a guy long-standing. He's had a colectomy. He complained of no symptoms. He was very upset about this. Obviously red everywhere. I'll quickly go through this. He didn't like his test. He said that it was symptom-free. When I looked at him, he was red and rashed and dry all over. He was very upset about those significant results. He said he was entirely asymptomatic. He didn't look asymptomatic. He really didn't complain that he was asymptomatic. He decided to do a 10-day detox. He reintroduced foods gradually. He had a colectomy. He's going to have to always, be cognizant of what he's doing. And that test was just very dramatic. We didn't get crazy about it. We kind of used it, but then really relatively threw it to the wayside. This was an interesting case. Last case, 16-year-old, she had gone out. She had an anaphylactic after eating steak. She thought she was anaphylactic to steak. So we did a test. She had major dairy. She had major wheat and gluten. She had an IgE response to mussels and shrimp, which was part of her steak meal when she had the anaphylaxis. She was completely unaware of the mussels and the shrimp, so this was really helpful for her, because for her, in particular the IgE, we educated her on that, and she knows to avoid those things. She's now a senior in college, and doing the best she can with gluten and dairy and yada, yada, yada. I have not seen her dramatically follow up because she's been off the college for 4 years. So that's her. I'm going to open it up. 2 questions, but you can read the rest of the script now. Thank you. Appreciate all of you.
All right. Wonderful. Thank you so much, Dr. Neil-Smith. That was a great presentation. We've received some great feedback. We've gotten a lot of questions. I do want to remind everyone that the PowerPoint will be available on our website in PDF format next week. So let's start with questions. A couple of people have asked so far if you can explain the 4-day rotation diet.
Sure. So basically, with respect, I tell people not to have too many of the colored things on the same day, and then to rotate them, particularly if they're in different families or in different groups. So essentially, I don't make it really complicated. I just say that they need to reduce the frequency and the amount of food. If you want to read about the rotation diet and how to do that, that has a great support guide on that basically will talk about picking the foods with the red, the 3+, and really kind of eliminate those. The foods that are pink and have a background you may have once every 4 days. The yellow from different families, you can, have one series of yellows in different families on day 1. But again, it's really about understanding the total antigenic load to the patient and knowing how strong their immune system is or how suppressed it is, and how are you going to support that. So don't get really crazy about that. Just kind of, understand the frequency, not just in a day, but over a week, is going to impact symptomatology.
Great, thank you. And then a bunch of people have asked about your mitochondrial or ATP cocktail that you were talking about, and what's in that.
Okay, so the mitochondria, I'll give you the quick answer, and I'll give you just a little brief explanation on it. Here's ATP Fuel, which is it's a supplement. It's called ATP Fuel. It's phenomenal. Patients love it, and it works amazing. It's been studied. There's a 2-month study on it, 5 twice a day. It effectively has B vitamins in it. In addition to that, AKG, CoQ10, and the B vitamins in NAD and FAD form. It's a phenomenal supplement. In addition to that, depending upon the level of mitochondrial dysfunction in the neutrophil, I will also make my own mitochondrial compounds at a compounding pharmacy, and all compounding pharmacies have a list that they can send you where they'll tell you basically what you can add. They'll tell you the doses to have, but I kind of make my own based on my own ingredients based on the neutrophil. But the compounding pharmacy can direct you really well with making a mitochondrial cocktail.
Great, thank you. And then what criteria do you use for the timing of doing an elimination diet?
I don't really understand that question. What does that mean?
There wasn't really any elaboration on it. So
So here's what I do. I'll tell you how I think about it.
Okay.
I think the question is saying. I always talk to the patient about timing. And I say, don't start this today unless you're ready. She's thinking about that. What you're going to eliminate and what you're going to do. And they have a symptom, a monthly questionnaire sheet following